Are you wondering how is it you're making so much money, but wondering where it's all going? You feel like there's almost too much month at the end of your money, right? You feel like you would love to be able to make things work, but again, the inflation, all the pressures of higher prices, your savings are depleting, your cash flow is getting tighter, you're becoming more paycheck to paycheck. You wonder if it will ever stop. This is exactly what I went through, especially, I mean, a few times in my life. But I'll tell you, I went through this, especially in the last recession. The last recession kicked my butt where I went over $1 million in debt. I was in the hole $16,000 a month. That means that the homeless guy on the street was $1 million richer than me, that he had 16,000 more a month than I had. Because even though I was making income, my expenses were 16,000 more each month between my business and my personal life. I was drowning. I was awake at night wondering how I was going to take care of my family, especially when it was all on me as the provider of our family, especially with our young family of young children. It was a tough, tough time, even to the point where we had to go on welfare. It was horrible. It was stressful. Collectors are calling all the time. And I'm not saying you're in that bad of a position. Hopefully you're not. Hopefully you're watching this now before that ever becomes a reality, especially if the markets turn, especially if the economy gets worse. I don't want to ever see that happen to you. The beauty of this is that I remember praying so hard, saying, man, if I can just figure out a way out of the situation, maybe I could just help one person, right? And I remember thinking in the future when I was in that situation of, you know what? I know I'm going to get out of this. I don't know how, but some way, somehow I will. And I promise. It was like my promise to God is I will help others do the same. And just so you know, 2016, I became financially independent where I work because I want to, not because I have to. I have more than enough passive income coming in. My debts are gone. I'm really in a much healthier financial position because now I have passive income paying for all my bills and I don't even have to do this business. That is why I'm here. Our vision is to create 1,000 financially independent people by 2030. Now, if you're wondering, I don't have a lot of cash to invest, how do I even find the money to invest? This Cashflow Secrets program is exactly what I learned during that last recession that got me out of that $1 million debt hole, got me out of that $16,000 a month hole, and also not just helped me, but ironically, just like I was praying for, but even better than I was praying for, has helped literally hundreds of our one-on-one clients get out of that hole, but also thousands upon thousands of people have benefited from those tips to help them free up. Sometimes if it's not just a few hundred a month, a lot of times even thousands a month. I've even had clients that freed up literally $200,000 to $300,000 a year because we help them save on taxes, help them find creative ways to pay off their debt to free up cash flow there, even just get their cash flow under control by tracking their money, things like that. All these things that really financial advisors don't address because they just want to know if you have money so they can invest it. They never want to take the time to help you to find where the actual cash flow is. And I'm telling you, this program alone, the things that I learned helped our clients find on average $34,000 a year just by finding and freeing up cash, not even investing. That's a whole separate story, but just finding and freeing up cash. It doesn't mean that you're going to do 34,000. It could be better or worse, right? But I've had people come back to me and email me, say, Chris, actually just one strategy in there, found out how to free up $2,000 a month, right? I've had some people find an extra $200, $300, $400, $500 a month even. And what would that do for you? What if you had an extra $1,000 a month in your life right now? What if that allowed you to be able to have more breathing space? And that is exactly what this Cashflow Secrets course does. It really helps you walk through step by step, strategically, what I've taught all of my clients to do, as well as applied in my own life that helped me become eventually financially independent, not just once, but actually for the second time, because I was financially independent before I got my butt kicked in that recession. So guys, this stuff works. It's been proven to work. Would love for it to help you as well, because I want to be able to get over 1,000 families financially independent by the year 2030. This right here is your first step to getting to that point, or at least you don't even have to become financially independent. If you can just breathe, that would be amazing, right? That's what this teaches you to do. I invite you, invest in this. Really, this is something to invest in that will actually work for you if and only if you're willing to work for it. If this is going to become shelf help, don't even buy this. Don't just put on a shelf and do nothing. This is something you actually have to apply. I'm telling you though, to apply it is not as hard. And especially if you have the right mindset around this, it will change your life just like it has hundreds of our other clients. Give you an example. One of our clients was in North Dakota. They were working 6 days a week. The husband was working 6 days a week in his business, just tight, paycheck to paycheck, could not make things work. We were able to help him free up $6,000 a month. And you know what the first thing his wife said that they did? They went and bought a $6,000 four-wheeler. But she said, Chris, this is good. This is not like Dave Ramsey would have, shamed us for. We were happy because he's now taken off weekends to spend time with us, with me, and with the kids. And we go riding on that four-wheeler. He has fun. I have my husband back, and my kids have their father back. That has changed our lives forever. Thank you so much. Guys, that's what I want for you. I want that ripple effect to go through your lives as well. So go and make an investment, not just in this, but in yourself, to change your life financially today, especially during these turbulent times and inflation out of control. You can get your life back, especially your financial life back. Invest in this today.